When it comes to the 2K Rec Center community, depending on the time of day you play, you can and will have a completely different experience. Due to my work schedule being trash over the past few years, I've had the pleasure of running in each of these different time blocks. In this video, I'm going to go over all of the different Rec Center time blocks and the type of players you can expect to run into in each of them. And you already know, if I'm lying, I'm flying, and I ain't left yet. So without any further ados, let's get right into it with the first time block. 6 a.m. to 11 a.m., the golden age. This is when most folks are in school or work, so the pool of potential randoms to run with is going to be much smaller. And naturally, because of this, the wait times can get up there, especially earlier on in the mornings. I found myself at times waiting 10 plus minutes for a game to start up. Rare that it takes this long, I know, but all the games that have taken me 10 plus minutes to start up have been in this time block, so I only thought it right to mention it, in case that's something that you highly value. But let me tell you something, this right here, hands down, the best time to run it up if you're a solo rec player. Granted, like we mentioned earlier, the wait times for games may be a bit on the longer end of the spectrum, but the more you solo rec it up, the more you will realize that that is a good thing. Because at this time of day, you got most of the younger crowd either in school, college, or still passed out from last night being too real. And then it's way too early for the squads to form up Voltron. Mostly what you're gonna get in this time block is folks that either took the day off from work, got a weird work schedule, or are at home for various other reasons. But they're usually part of the older crowd. It is at this time of day where you will see 2K at its funnest form, as passing and basketball IQ are on high display. If you are a solo rec player, this is our golden hour to go out there and have a good time. Because as the day goes on, well, you'll see. But no, it ain't pretty. Also, I will note that it's during this time block that I've played with some of the best solo rec point guards in the 2K community. Also, a second point of note, keep this on the low between me and you. I ain't trying to give out the sauce and have everyone and their mother ruining my morning rec sessions, but I know y'all got me, so I ain't worried. Moving on to the next time block is going to be 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. If the last time block was the golden age for the solo rec players, then this one would be the silver age. In this time slot, we are still going to have some of the OG old heads from the last time block running it up, but usually you would have needed to have been running with them from earlier. Don't get me wrong though, even if you do start up your rec session around this time, you're still gonna find a few randoms who are still trying to play the game fundamentally sound, but it's during this time block when the college kids start to wake up from their long night of quote unquote studying and will usually start to hop on, or the younger kids might be getting out of school on a half day. Whatever it is here where you will start to actually feel and see the fundamentals that we spoke of earlier slowly dwindle until you get to the next time slot. And honestly, this is the last time block where if you're a solo player, you'll find good teams to run on. Because after 2 p.m., it starts to get wild and crazy out there. And that leads us right into the next time block. 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., which is dominated by the Goof Troop. You can also call this the beginning of the end, well, if you're trying to play fundamental basketball and not have to back out of every other lobby or quit mid-game. Because this time block is when if they wasn't before, now all of the little rascals and Bebe's kids are out of school and starting to jump on. So you already know how it's gonna go down. Squads filled with little to no IQ, everyone trying to be MJ, LBJ, or a trash bag all at the same damn time. From my experience, it's usually a squad of 3, and you will be surprised to find that one of them is actually decent at the game. It's usually a guard. Yeah, he's a bit questionable in his decision making, but overall, he has an okay grasp of the game. Then they will have an inside big that sets too many screens and takes questionable attempts in the paint, but he plays all right defense and grabs the occasional board here and there. And then there's the trash bag of the Goof Troop, who has the wing player who shoots contested bar on 3/4 shots and tries to take it up on the whole other team. I mean, straight trash. And for the love of me, I do not understand why they continue to feed that dude. I really don't get it. The one saving grace is that in the rec lobby, you can usually distinguish these types of randoms because they all have the same game attack. It's just 1 or 2 words differing. Now, yes, you will be able to find a game a hell of a lot faster, but most of those games, you ain't even gonna be trying to run. As I stated, basketball IQ has gone out the window in favor of having a good time with the boys at this point. Moving on to the next time block, 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. If you're still running at 6 p.m., well then I hope you got your mop and bucket ready, because this is prime time right here for the super sweaty squads. By now, everyone is either off from work or home from school, and the squads have formed up Voltron. Be prepared, it will get sweaty out there. Most of your games during this time block will consist of playing against strict 5-out squads who have a dedicated point, a lock, and everyone else is a sharp. Truth be told, they probably should be running it up in the Pro-Am, but to each their own, I guess. These sweats will be running 2-3 and 3-2 zone from tip to final a whistle, and they have no regards in the world. Up 50 and everyone on your squad quit but you, know that they still will be throwing a zone at you, and they might even double you just to get you to quit. It's the nature of the beast during this time block. I won't lie though, this is some of the compiest of comp that be out here during this time. I done seen some demons do some crazy things out there, and if you're trying to audition for a squad, I guess this wouldn't be a bad time to try and do that. But honestly, in my opinion, if you're a solo artist, this is probably another one of those time blocks that you're gonna want to avoid as well, and save yourself the frustration, because don't you dare for a second think that the goof troop is not out there. They are, and the 2K gods will team you up with them against a team of those sweats that we just spoke of. Moving on to the next time block, 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. After midnight, all bets are off, and it's damn near impossible to predict what you will encounter in that rec center. A good squad might end up losing a player to the sleep monster and decide to run forwards in a random, and you may get lucky and join the lobby at the perfect time. So long as you play D and hit your shots, you can ride that wave out the rest of the night. Or you might find yourself matched up with Ned the Whiner, who just got home from the club and he's all hooped up on that liquid courage and he's trying to get some runs in. And don't let him have gotten Shorty's number while he was out. Now he's activated super light skin mode and he thinks he's Chef Curry with it. And how do I know all of this, you might be asking yourself? Well, that's simple, because dude was literally on the mic belligerently explaining to whoever would listen how his night went as he went 4 for 15 and sold my shit. Pretty much what I'm trying to say is, at this point in the night, most quote-unquote responsible adults are asleep because, you know, responsibilities, and the parent brigade got pretty much all of the goof troop in bed as well. So at this point, all that's left to run with are the holdovers, a weird mix of folks whose playstyle could fit into any of the earlier time blocks, and of course the fully realized Voltron squads who's still trying to eat off of them. That's pretty much the 2K Rec Center day at an overview. If you're a solo player, I highly recommend that you try to get in them earlier time blocks. But if you're a 9 to 5er or you're playing in that post-work, post-school time block, first off, hats off to you. But secondly, try and get you a squad to run with. If you're on this channel and you've made it this deep into the video, I'm gonna assume you're actually halfway decent at the game and have some type of IQ. There are tons of folks out there like us. If you surf through the comment section on this video or any of my past videos, you will find mad like-minded individuals who are just trying to run it up, win games, and have a good time. Link up. Till the next time we meet on the virtual courts though, luck out. Peace.